Hey guys, TC here. Another review for you today. Today we're going to look at this monster. This is one of the Tier 10 Russian heavy tanks. This is the IS7. Not long had this, only played 53 games in it so far, but I am enjoying it a lot. It is a good brawler and bruiser of a tank. It's pretty quick and mobile as well, which I wasn't, to be honest with you, after the IS3. And having played the IS4, I wasn't expecting it to be as mobile as it is, but it is. It's a lot of fun. What we'll do, as usual, go through the crew, have a look at the stats of the vehicle, have a look at the gun, the equipment I've chosen, the ammunition and the setup. So, first and foremost, the crew that's in this. I actually put a crew together from my old KV1 and a KV85 crew member. I wasn't intending to get the IS7, however it came up on the top of the tree, and I thought, well, you know, it's half price. I've always wanted one, and I'd been grinding out a huge chunk of free XP, and because I'd unlocked all the guns on the T10, I was able to just basically dump my free XP into this. So I decided to sod it. You know, it's one of the most used tanks when you're talking about clan wars and, you know, competitive gaming and things like that. Although, having just watched the Wargaming League finals this year, you will have seen a lot of 113s being played, which is the Chinese version. It has reasonable armor, but it's a lot more mobile than this. So you pay your money, you take your choices, I suppose. The IS3 is the classical Tier 10 heavy though. Crew wise, as you can see, we've got 6 cents on the commander, then full repairs, and I'm working on recon. Then we've got Deadeye snapshot and repairs on the gunner. We've got clutch braking, smooth ride and repairs on our driver. Our first loader we have safe storage repairs and firefighting, and our second loader we have safe storage repairs and firefighting. The gun it gets is a pretty derpy but very potent 130mm gun. 490 average damage is really quite high, and 250 pen is really good. 303 with the APCR as well, should you feel the need to abuse those little tier 8s, but of course not recommended. Where this thing stands out is its armour. Now, it doesn't sound like it's got a lot of armour. It's got 150 at the front, 150 at the sides, and 100 at the rear. However, just look at the pike nose on the front of this tank here. Now, as you can see, this is where this tank comes into its own. You get it hull down, and this is pretty much an auto bounce zone for a lot of tanks. People say you can shoot the eyes, which is fine as long as you shoot them at an angle. The pike nose as well, if you point them like this, again, it flattens it out. It's only 150 to pen. The turret on the IS7 is known to be godlike. As you can see, it's sloped, it's rounded, there's not a flat surface on it really. The back of the turret's probably the best place to shoot, but you're still going through 100mm of armour. The sides, even though they're only 150mm, 185, are very thick, and the front, it is just a no-shoot zone. If you are trying to do any missions that involve blocking armour, this is a tank to do it in. You've just got to bear in mind that as long as you are hull down, as long as they can't shoot your weak points on your hull, the lower plate, your headlight areas and things like that, you are golden, and this will bounce all day long. You'll see in the replay, I think if I remember correctly, there's points where they shoot other players rather than me because they know they can't penetrate me. Equipment, as you're aware from last week's heavy tank recruit, it's fence, V-stab and a rammer. It's still got an 11.56 second reload, so you know you still do have to wait about a bit, which is where the armour comes into it. And it's also very low on ammunition, this tank. 22 AP, 6 APCR and 2 HE shells. The HE shells are really useful to use, and if you have intuition on the loaders, even better, because that split second change of ammunition can just give you the right shot at the right time. It gives you a better outcome. Standard, large repair kit, large first aid kit, large med kit, is what it is. So, shortly what we'll do is we'll go into the replay, we'll go through it, we'll see how this beast performs on the battlefield. the replay is actually my ace tanker in this game. I've been playing it for 40 or so games before I got the ace tanker. It shows you, everyone says the IS7 is actually quite easy to ace. It isn't. I must admit, as a Joe average player like yourselves, in some cases I know I've got some very skilled players who play, so say, what, you can ace it dead easy, it does lots of damage very quickly. As your average Joe who drives this, I struggled with it. I didn't get on with it for the first 20 or so games. I hated it. But the more I play it, the more I like it, the more I'm getting used to its quirks and its foibles, and yeah, the more I think, this is something everybody should have in the garage. Another thing to be wary of is this area here, the side armour. It's spaced, as you'd expect, so be careful when you shoot the side of it. Right, let's get in the replay, let's see how we do in the game. Hey guys, so as you can see, we're here on the mines map now. We're platooned up with our clanmates Death's Embrace and Vorpal Chicken. Death's one of the better players in our clan, so I asked him to show me how to play the IS7, give me some pointers and things like that, because I was struggling with it. So we'll just quickly knock the replay up. As you can see, nice matchup. We've got Chicken in his tier 8 artillery, quite a few tier 10 heavies. It's encounter game mode as well. Now you don't see me play this very often because it's not my favourite game mode, and statistically our team is a lot weaker than the opposition. So straight away is me, Death and a Wizzy 11114 here, push, and another IS7 who's just behind us, pushing up this way towards the cap area. I'm going out wide because I want to stop this kind of thing happening. We auto aim on the Wizzy 131, land a good solid hit on him for 545. He turns to try and escape, but unfortunately the weight of firepower heading this way is too much. It takes him out. We've got an IS7 there going for an early cap. Now I make a classic mistake going around this corner here. I'm not very well angled and I'm not really pointing the nose at him, and he can shoot my lower plate. However, it doesn't matter because, as you can see, premium ammo straight through my lower plate there. Not really on that, is it, Sunshine? So we return the favour. I'm trading quite nicely there. I've got a 481 trade coupled with a 449 from him. Death's on the other flank. This guy's automatic fire extinguisher's gone. Shell goes through the lower plate here. Now I should reload normal ammunition now. However, I was expecting to put another shell into this chap. So this T54 gets an unnecessary APCR shell through the front, but as you can see, I now reload. I take an AMX 1390 shell in the flank there, so I start to pull back. Unfortunately, I block the IS7 there behind me. It was completely unintentional. There's now another IS7. Me and Death are on comms, and obviously we're discussing our next target, so we prioritise the IS7 over here. His shot bounces on me, my shot doesn't even go in the same postcode. Death's connects. I push forward on this guy. He turns to point his armour to us, which is the right thing to do. However, we ram him, we start to push him back. He's taking hits straight through the diver's hatch. Once he angles up a little more for us, gets us our first kill and 2.2k of damage. We've now got them encircled on the hill, so I'm pushing round here, and it's at this point I think the Death gets taken out by a well placed artillery shell. The 1390 above us is keeping us continually spotted for the artillery. There's two big artillery, as you can see, a tier 9 and a tier 10 on the opposition. Their E100 for some reason has taken the hill. As our Waffle said, he's seen it all now. And there's an M48 behind us there. I keep pushing round with Death, and I take an artillery shell in the back and I burn my repair kit. There's a 1390 there, bit of auto aim. I look for shots on the other side, but Death's pushing round. I say I'm going to go this way, push round, TVP, large meaty shell into the back of the TVP. Unfortunately we do cost Death here. Death gets surrounded by two autoloaders and taken out by the AMX 1390. I'm loaded as I push around this way now. There is a 5120 round here, gets taken out by another IS7. Chicken's been killed by the lightweight. Our team is failing quite rapidly. Pattern below, auto aim, over the edge, casual, shoot on the move, and boom. I swing around, and you know what? Artie's got to go out of the game. I'm on 2 kills, I've done 3k damage, 2.6k WN8. We're only just into the 4th minute of this match. I go forward to look for the Artie. Now the GW E100 artillery does have a lot of hit points. I use the building there, as you can see, for cover. So I pop out here and I'm pretty close. I aim. I get a nice damage, I get a low damage roll there, 388. His shot takes a lot of our health out. I put my commander back in. Reload, take out the GW. Go forward, 9 seconds on the reload, and it's at this point the dastardly Batchat Artie appears on our flank and tries to rush us to kill us. Auto aim again. Casual snapshot. Good night, Gracer. 4 kills, it's 3 versus 3, however it's 3 heavy tanks versus 2 light tanks and a medium. The medium, as you can see, has got very little health, so he falls to our two heavies. Now, hit points wise, I'm pretty much the lowest out of the team. However, it's 2 T54 lightweights, they're very skilled players, they're in a platoon, there'll be a lot of comms going on. The FV falls quickly there, they've prioritised the correct target there. And then it's a Wizzy 111 versus a 26 hit point tank. Now, I think the Wizzy, I make a mistake here. I believe the Wizzy should be able to handle a 26 hit point T54 lightweight. I'm sat on 3.9k of damage, and I've got 4k of WN8 so far. It's a pretty good game, this. Most people would be happy. I pushed around and decided I'm going to take the hill, because this is where I think the 54 lightweight is. As you can see, I've got a HE shell loaded. Now, I'm against lightly armoured tanks from the rear, and I decide I want to get the maximum penetration from my bow. I spot the 54 lightweight there. He's dropped off. So I know he's heading to the middle. I do get quite a jammy shot here. As you can see, the Wizzy's about to fall. There he goes. I can't see him. I change targets. I pre-aim. Did we hit him? Might have done. I'm now on the hill against 2. Oh, there's the 54 lightweight spotting me. Oh, you know, thanks Freddy in the 215B, but I know what I'm doing, mate. I can see. I head this way. Why do I head this way? Because I think I'm going to get circled by a 54 lightweight. I've got AP loaded. As I round the corner, there he is. He's looking for me. We didn't penetrate. We got a low damage roll there of 420, and I'm now tracked. This guy can circle strafe me and kill me with ease. Luckily, I've got a good repair skill though. I managed to turn the tank around. Another good shell into him there for 453, and he pushes on us. 7 seconds on the reload. I push forwards to bully him. Now he's got his premium ammunition loaded, however, not tonight, sunshine. 5 kills, 5,000 damage done so far. But I'm on 81 hit points, and I've got to drive down a cliff. So this is hairy, especially with the timer on. As you can see, very gingerly, but the tank bounces and we don't take any damage. We spotted, he knows we're here. Pushing in, are we going to be able to save the game and win it here? Pushing forward, we're looking for the 54 lightweight. We know he's in here somewhere. It's a bug in the replay, we know there's only one opposition. Ah, there he is. Snapshot on the move, bounces shell in return, and there we go. 5.8k WN8, 6 kills. Lovely. Post game stats for this game. As you can see, mastery badge for us. We got Hand of God, Bruiser, Demolition Expert, Duelist, and Fire for Effect. 83,776 credits and 1,794 experience. Now that isn't doubled or trebled or anything. This wasn't the first win in the day I had in this tank. As you can see, we've got the Spartan, the Defender, the High Caliber, and the Top Gun medal there. The overall WN8 for the game was 8,489, which is I'm pretty heavy with this. And as you can see, I completed heavy tank number 7 as well for the Object 260. I'm getting there, I'm getting closer to that tank. As you can see, last man standing on the battlefield, we did 5,267 damage, 6 kills, 1,196 experience. A really good game. If it wasn't for me and Freddie here, our team was unfortunate enough. Death had a really poor game, unfortunately. He did his hit points in damage, but he was just unlucky. And Chicken got a couple of hits off there as well. In our post-game results, you can see we fired 16, of which 15 hit, 15 penetrated. You're talking about going with a 0.4 accuracy. As you can see, I didn't pay particularly care on my aiming very often. I was shooting on the move. I was, the stars, as they say, did align in that game for me. I got very lucky. We took 9 shots, 5 penetrations, 4 non-penetrations. So we did block 1,240, but we didn't really make use of the armor that much. A bit derpy, and we got 1,076 assistance damage there. Overall, we actually made a profit. We would have made a profit with a standard account as well. So it gives you an idea of how much damage you need to pump out in your tier 10s to make profit. They are not very profitable, as was stated by one of you under the heavy tank crew and equipment video. You can do it, but you just have to be wary and be able to push yourself to get that. Get that up. As you can see, though, we didn't get charged an auto resupply consumable. The ISU review you saw before netted me 7 repair kits, 7 automatic fire extinguishers, 7 med kits. So I actually had a good supply of those sat in the depot. So we didn't have to pay that 20k there. Overall, I'm quite happy with that game. I thought we did really well. The team worked really well together, and overall, yeah, very happy with it. Finally aced my IS7 after a few games in it. If you're on the way to it, you've got a lot to look forward to. The IS3 is a corker and should be kept in anybody's garage, even if you need to put a new crew in it. Keep it and train them up. It's a really nice tank. And the IS7 is just a lovely tank as well. It's got its flaws, but they're coverable. You can work with them. You can do really well. So that's my review on the IS7. That's my replay. If you like it, give it a thumbs up. If you're new, subscribe, follow. Would love to have you knocking about. We do Twitch, we do live stream, Twitter, all social media platforms are covered for you. I'd really love to see you back here again. So anyway, thanks very much for joining us, guys. We'll see you later. Bye now.